o'clock show here on Wednesday night. We are here to entertain you. We're going to talk about basketball. We're going to talk about anything that you all want to talk about tonight because we're going to use your chats. We're going to be talking about different things. I know Miss Lee. I know Big Mike is in the house with us tonight. Big Mike,
Yes.
how are you doing? How is everything across the water?
Oh man, it's doing good, man. I just wanted to jump on here with you guys for a couple of minutes tonight. It's been a while since I've been on with both of you guys, and you guys are family too. So I just wanted to come and hang out before I get out of here to go to work. So thank you guys for letting me come on the show with you guys tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Dude, it's
Hey,
our pleasure. We
Yeah,
love you and we miss
thank you.
you.
yeah, we
Yeah,
miss seeing you on
So
shows and doing shows like this. I wish
yeah,
BC, he could have been
yeah,
on here tonight and just had
yeah,
the four people that is
yeah,
going,
sure.
doing the show and everything.
Yeah,
The three horsemen and the beautiful lady. I guess what
yeah.
we'll just say beautiful lady. But it's great to have you on here, Big Night. This is awesome. It's
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I was gonna say you can't say four horsemen no more.
No, we can't
Yeah.
say four horsemen. We can say three horsemen and a beautiful lady. Something
Oh.
like
So is
that.
that so is it for so is that like an indication? Because I hope I should probably know this, but is like the four horsemen kind of considering four guys? Is that kind of
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
okay?
that?
Okay,
Remember when we had the four horsemen? It was me,
yeah,
you,
yeah.
BC, and 21.
Okay,
And,
well, I mean,
and that
you
was the
know,
four horsemen at
yeah.
that time.
Well, we all here. We the
Four
four individuals,
amigos.
four
Man,
amigos. We can call it something.
Amigos,
Absolutely,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, whatever, yeah.
we're the
So
four homies. There we go. Four homies.
Four
what's up,
homies,
people?
yeah.
What's up, folks?
What
What's
up,
up,
folks?
man?
Hey, let's get this
Yeah,
going, yeah.
yeah,
But
for real. But it's good to be here with you guys tonight.
yeah, and
So
we
Uh,
Uh, Miss Lee, I want to let you go ahead and say about our sponsor.
yes. So let me get over here, y'all. So, guys, I know that we're really glad that our Kentucky team is touching the paint. But if you don't want to touch the paint, call Color Creators at 859-270-9488 for any and all of your painting, staining, and pressure washing needs. Let them take the pain out of painting. They don't mind touching the paint.
I don't like paint.
I
Do
love to
you?
paint myself
Yeah,
as of painting inside the house, not
yeah,
outside. I
yeah,
don't want to pressure wash. I don't do that. Leave that up to them. Let them do that.
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Well,
Let them do
definitely
it.
leave it. Yeah,
And they do give free estimates too, guys.
yeah. And
Okay.
you know what? I actually mentioned the other night, and when I actually went back and watched the video before I posted it, like I was able to say like their name and read the message, but every single time I said it, I said their number. You can see that I said their number, but I always every single time I left off the 9488. It was like it just went silent every
Oh
single
no.
time. I was like, man, like what happened? I got the 859-270 out, and then when I said 9488, it was like
That's
that one
hilarious.
part. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys, Peanut just called us My Little Ponies.
Well, thank you, Peanut. I
Oh,
think. Yeah.
well, okay. Thank you, Peanut. Yeah.
Instead of four
Yeah.
horsemen, he called us My Little Ponies. Okay, so we have a question.
Okay,
Uh,
this is what I wanted. I wrote that down, and it's Dougie Hudson. 4124. I wanted to talk about this with JMI. JMI took over like the rights for Kentucky, and they can do actually different things with us building brand new facilities.
Okay.
It also is taking over what we use for NIL money. And I believe even, I mean, I don't talk about KSR or anything or any other, uh, you know, shows or anything much. But Matt Jones even said he did not think that this was a good deal that's going through with JMI. Okay, JMI, they want to keep control of everything. Kentucky wants to keep control of what we are paying the players as of with their negotiations, their structure of what the NIL money is paid as of. Maybe you only get a quarter of it, or you get all of the money, or you get half of it, or 3/4 of it. But JMI, I think, kind of right now is kind of hurting Kentucky with basketball recruiting.
I believe they are too, because I believe if they try to step in too much and limit them, I think that's going to hurt our ceiling as
Yeah.
far as like who we can recruit. Because if you're
Mhm.
saying, well, we're only going to give you half of your money right now, then that limits who we can go after. That limits the players that we can target. And I'm not sure that that is such a great idea.
Well, the player I'm kind of talking about is Christian Collins. He actually said, and I've heard that the money that Kentucky was offering him to come to Kentucky and play basketball for NIL was fine. That's what he would want. But it's the agreement and the negotiations with this with JMI that is hurting with Kentucky trying to get him. And I think that's why he pushed his recruiting down into the spring of this year, hoping that Kentucky gets that done.
Yeah, and I mean, in some aspects, JMI is a good idea, but in recruiting, I really think it's going to be an issue.
I mean, look, I'm not
Yeah,
keeping up with a lot of it. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
yeah.
I'm not
Go
really
no, go
keeping up
ahead.
with a lot of it, but just from you guys actually talking about it, I know that you guys really keep up with this, so I appreciate that as well too. But just kind of hearing this, you hear people, of course, a lot of fans talking about how, of course, you just spoke about Matt Jones, so but you also hear like a lot of fans as well too, like this is a horrible deal. I don't know why I don't know why Kentucky would. This is just another example of Mitch Barnhart making a bad decision as far as what kind of deals he's doing. And
Mhm.
here's the funny thing: if Mitch Barnhart is actually retiring, as they say he is next year, um, guess what? He's leaving, but UK is still going to be in this contract with JMI most likely.
Yep.
So he's at home smoking a cigar while
Mm.
Kentucky is still getting screwed. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like if you know that you was probably possibility of retiring, like why would you want to make a deal like this? Because you're going to be gone. It's not going to affect you anymore. Whether you say, well, Kentucky's in my heart for the rest of my life. These guys here at Kentucky, we still got to try to navigate how to deal with this JMI issue. And like if you guys, as you guys just said, if it's bad for the recruits, because that's where we at now. We're no longer playing. We're no longer walking into people's houses and telling them to play for this team anymore. Now we're talking about a piece of paper. And if JMI and Mitch Barnhart is not doing right by Kentucky, especially basketball, because it's a basketball school, right? Then in the long run, then Kentucky's going to hurt.
Yeah, and I think it's something that's going to have to be revisited, and I really hope it's not something we're locked into for very long. Maybe do it on a trial basis.
Yeah,
1 season, and if we don't like it, you're out. I
yeah,
mean,
that's
I don't
good.
know. I
Yeah,
just don't think. I just and was as with anything, and as with any change, it's a
yeah,
wait and see, because we
yeah,
really can't predict. But if we do see it hurting the recruiting, adjustments are going to have to be made somewhere.
yeah,
Well, I heard when JMI took over, this was like a multi-year deal. I don't know how many
yeah.
multi-year deals it is, whether it's 2, 3, 5, 10-year deal. I don't know. I know that it was going to help out with building facilities for basketball, a brand new the practice facilities. They was going to help out building that brand new facility around Commonwealth Stadium and getting all that done. But if it's not helping Kentucky with recruiting, and that goes all across the board, not Kentucky basketball, but football, but volleyball, but baseball, softball, everything. That's what's going to be hurting Kentucky. And, it's not just JMI with Kentucky. I heard JMI was doing this with several other colleges, including Duke was mentioned, along with a couple other teams that was high profile teams. I don't know how much that's involving with all the other teams that's across the board right now, but it is JMI might be hurting a lot of the teams like Kentucky and Duke or something like that later on.
Well, my issue with it is what good does it do to have all the nice facilities if you don't have the talent to play in it?
Thank
Exactly.
you, Leah.
There
I
you go.
So,
mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah. If
mean
you
for real though.
Yeah, if you
as
have
they
the
say,
facilities and you can't get top 25 recruits, then it's not gonna help with
that's
that.
right.
And the saying that okay that they will not let two parties come in as of like a car dealership or somebody to give money like what Jasper Johnson is getting with KY till I die. They might not allow that next year. See, JMI came in after
Ooh,
Kentucky had their players coming in this year. Next year, some of these players might not be able to do what Jasper Johnson did with KY till I die. They might be saying, no, you can't do that. We are instructed to your basketball play as at Kentucky, and you ain't going to get nothing but we give you.
That's just like moonlighting. So basically, you're not going to be able to moonlight. Once you get paid to play for that team, you're
That's
not
it.
going to be able to have outside money. Like you're not going to be able to make your own money on a brand. You're not going to be able to make your own money doing commercials.
Yeah.
Once you get that NIL, that's going to limit you, and then you're done. That's all you get. So
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
what JMI is also trying to do.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. And yeah, hey, Big Mike, yeah, are you going to do a call-in show tomorrow night?
Yes, tomorrow night,
He
on Thursday night at 7 Eastern.
Okay.
he just posted that, Jimmy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah, yeah,
that. Yeah, well,
yeah, yeah,
I was thinking about that, but I saw it. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Thank
I
you.
mean, this is this is everything has just came up a lot here in the last couple 2 or 3 days about this NIL and this JMI. It's something to think about because maybe some of the players that Kentucky's been trying to recruit and saying the other day somebody was saying that we're over 27 for basketball recruits right now and we're not getting Tyron Stokes, we're not getting Christian Collins, we're not getting Caleb Holt, and nobody signing with Kentucky. Maybe this is the reason. And
Wow.
maybe it's not because Pope has not produced. It's because in negotiations they don't know if they're going to get any money or not.
Right. And whereas if they went to another school that wasn't being structured by JMI, they can make that outside money.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's
that could influence a lot of recruits.
so
Yeah,
now so now we have to look at the picture of is Mark Pope a good recruiter, but his hands are handcuffed because of what the JMI is doing, or is it a combination of Coach Pope? Maybe people still don't know him, the type of year that we having, and then now you add on that I can't make money outside of to do my own thing.
yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, with the times that we live in now, with the new era of college basketball, as I said on a video of the other day, this guy can have he can have four schools on the table: Oregon, Kentucky, Oregon, and now as you guys just mentioned, Vanderbilt that he just announced, and you put all
Kansas.
four of those scholars in Kansas. I'm sorry, and
Yeah,
Kansas too, and you put all those scholarships in front of this young man, and everything looks identical until you get to the money part. Because
yeah,
no one cares. I'm only going to be in college for 1 year, 8 9 months. So it doesn't
yeah,
even matter about you talking about come to this school, bro, dude. I just want to go to work for 8 months and make as much money as I can before going to the next level. That's all I want. And if that contract that sits on the table that has Kentucky's name on it, and if it's the weakest, I don't have a piece of paper in front of me, but I'm balling up and Kentucky's gone. Like it's not even a
yeah,
second thought. So once again, we've been known. Mitch Barnow has been known that he has made some pretty bad decisions when it comes to contracts. When you look at Stoops, when you look at Cal, these contracts are bad. And then you would think after every, especially okay, so you didn't learn your lesson with Coach Cal, with giving him a lifetime contract. You got out of that. He allowed Coach Cal allowed you to get out of that by not having to pay anything. But then you also got that contract with Stoops, and now you know that maybe if you didn't have the contract with Stoops, maybe he would have been gone 2 years ago, but you ain't had the money to pay it. And once you get out of the situation with Stoops, guess what? Now you got to walk right into this JMI deal, where if
Mm-hmm.
you've already signed, Jimmy, as you just said, for a multi-year deal, dude, it's just getting started.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
So-
you got Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Kansas, Oregon is maybe
Yeah.
in the picture for Tyron Stokes. If all of them
Yeah.
are saying I'll give you $3 million, all of them are saying $3 million, but three schools, Oregon, Kansas, Vanderbilt, is saying we'll give it to you exactly right now, and Kentucky is being handcuffed by JMI and this NIL deal. That is hurting Kentucky. And you ain't, and it's not doing it any good for Kentucky basketball. It's hurting football. It's hurting, volleyball. It's going to hurt every sport athletic department for the University of Kentucky.
Exactly. And it's hurting all the departments, not just basketball. Like it's literally
Oh,
going to
yeah.
hurt everything. It's going to hurt recruiting in women's. It's going to hurt in volleyball. It's going to hurt in everything. So, way to go, Mitch.
Yeah. Get it done, Mitch, baby.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
it's
there you go,
Mitch
Barnhart.
Barnhart, baby. He's a
Barnhart, baby. Let's burn some barns. Let's burn some barns and get out of this deal.
You know what I'm saying?
Burn
He's
some
the paper
barns and get
baby,
out
baby.
of this
He's
deal.
The man. Mitch
Yeah.
Barnhart, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna light it up tonight.
I was really kind of, I thought it was cool when I saw him at the football game and got my picture with him. But now when I buy I'm getting ready to buy a small crossbow, and all I want to do is use it for target practice.
Oh, that's true.
There we go. No, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing
I
that.
will.
We talking
Thanks,
about
Mitch.
we're talking about shooting at a picture, okay, guys?
Yeah,
Yes,
just a picture.
yes.
Not
We're
him
talking about
personally.
shooting at a picture.
Not him
Not
personally.
Mitch
Don't be
Barnhart.
stalking him in Lexington.
No Mitch Barnhart. Yeah.
Yeah, just a picture.
Just a
Well,
picture.
Around here, we don't condone violence in the world. So, also, guys, I forgot to mention this because I just kind of seen it. So there was a shooting at Moorhead College, wasn't it?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Was it? No. It was Kentucky State.
Yeah, Kentucky State.
Kentucky State College.
My apologies for that. So
yeah, it's like
my condolences to that for that. I just because I saw somebody post a picture where it just says prayers, but then my wife just told me, well, I think I saw something right before I went to sleep that said something about the shooter of it. So I get that. So definitely condolences out.
Yeah,
man, this,
our prayers and thoughts.
Yeah, just gun violence around schools and colleges and businesses. It's just it's a sad it's sad, bro, and it's not getting any better anytime soon. It's going to continue. This is the new. It used to be a point where we could hear about this and we could be all tore up about it, but now it's happening so often. Now you can just sit and drink your coffee and eat a bagel while seeing it, and then just go about your daily activities because now it's becoming a norm, and that's the scary part.
Yeah.
It used to be, so sporadic, like not as many. And when it was like that, it was, it was in Oregon, it doesn't affect us, or it was in California, it doesn't affect us. But it's getting closer to home. It's everywhere. Like it no matter where you turn, there's tragedy happening within an hour or two of you. It's all just getting closer to home, and pretty soon you start realizing there are people that that are indirectly involved. And so our sincere thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by this tragedy.
Absolutely.
That's in Frankfurt, and Frankfurt's like 18 minutes away from me. It hasn't affected anybody here in Harrodsburg, but I feel for everybody there in Frankfurt.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's everywhere. I just kind of thought about that. So I just, you guys know, I've never been to Frankfurt before. I'm in Saudi Arabia, but I've never been to Frankfurt before.
How have you never been to Frankfurt?
Frankfurt's a great place. I love Frankfurt.
I've never been before. Yeah, trust me, I need.
they got an animal refugee right there, and
really?
They got a bear. This thing is huge. I've seen it.
Is it
like
Smokey?
5. Oh no, he way bigger than Smokey. This bear
Niggas is smoking, huh?
is huge. He's
Yeah.
probably about 2,000 pounds. I mean, he's just huge.
I live close down to Hoptown. That's where my house and my family's at.
Okay.
So so I know Hoptown. I saw Scott come in here in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, aka Hoptown. So I know about Hoptown. Yes, sir. I know about those guys.
Yeah,
I do. So,
Hopkinsville.
Yeah, Hoptown, baby. Yeah, we
Hoptown.
create a monster.
So
with
Hopkinsville,
social media.
Kentucky. You was from LaRue County.
No. I'm originally from Franklin, Kentucky.
Okay, Franklin.
From Simpson County, down just
Okay.
below Bowling Green. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm connected to Bowling Green. Yeah.
But you talking about Hopkinsville?
Well,
that's it. I'm thinking of Hodgensville.
Yeah. I've never
Hodgensville
been
is
there
LaRue
neither. I've never
County.
even heard of it before. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I got to get out and see the state of Kentucky eventually.
Yeah.
I hope the Lord keeps me around long enough so I can
Yeah,
see the
Hoptown.
blue state. Yeah. So, I'm in Hoptown. AFO. When I get home, man, we gotta hang out. We gotta hang out for real. Yes, sir.
Jesse's in Hoptown too. Like
No.
you got a lot of
That's in Kentucky. Hoptown's in Kentucky, but Clarksville's
Hoptown,
in Tennessee. I'm
Clarksville,
right
too.
on the line with Clarksville. I mean with Hoptown,
Hoptown.
where I live at now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah. So okay. So I have something I want to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, so as y'all know, I'm always saying I want to see some emotion out of Coach Pope. Some emotion, some kind of something. Get angry. He sent a clear message in last night's game. First of all, you have Cam Williams and Jalen Lowe, who did not play the entire first half and almost half of the second half because they weren't putting in effort in practice. They weren't putting in the effort. So they had to run the stairs and they didn't play last night. That sent a clear message. If you can't even put in effort in practice, you won't play. Then when and I even made the comment when Garrison lost the ball.
Yeah.
And he was going back up the court. I'm thinking, move, get up there. What are you doing?
He just standing like
what are you doing? I mean,
Yep.
So, and I got upset. And about that time, Mark Pope called the timeout and he yelled at him and said, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love the way he handled that. If you're not producing, you go sit down. You're not going to play. And BG did not play the rest of the game. And I'm going to say this, BC, if you're watching, I know you love BG, but we play much better without him in the game.
Yep. Well, I mean, like I said earlier, that's why there's the end of the bench. Those players need to be at the end of the bench, and they don't need to even complain because they know that they should have been on the end of that bench when they was running up down the court, not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
If you're walking or you're trotting back, I'm sorry, but you should not play. And if you come in and you produce and you show effort, then you should get the playing minutes.
Yeah.
That's why Noah started last night was because Cam Williams didn't get to play because he got in trouble in practice.
Yep.
So that's why Noah started. Now, with that being said, as well as Noah did last night, I think Noah deserves that starting position.
Noah made me mad last night, bro.
Yeah.
Noah made me mad.
I love Trent Noah, but he shouldn't be starting.
Yeah, he made me mad. And you know what? I'm not even going to dispute whether he should start or not because he started over Cam. I'm not even going to dispute that. First of all, I got this is two parts. What's his nickname? What's Noah's nickname?
The Mountain Mamba.
Why? Why is his name the Mountain Mamba for?
Because he's from the mountains of Kentucky, Harlan.
But
he's not the Mountain Mamba.
But isn't that supposed to mean he's tough? Like those guys up there are tough. Like they go to work. Hold on, Leah. Isn't that right? Isn't that what it stands for? Last night, man, this dude wouldn't rebound the ball last night. I mean, he sat there and watched guys get rebound last night, offensive rebounds for North Carolina Central. And I sat there and I watched. Look, I'm a fair guy, and I love all the players, And if you when you doing the right thing, Big Mike is going to cheer for you. But believe me, when you ain't doing right out on the floor, I don't care what you do off the floor. And that's between you, your coach, your family. That's your life. But he wouldn't rebound last night. And I'm like, dude, what the freak are you talking? Like, what are you doing, man? Get the rebound. He just sat there and looked at guys. He wouldn't block out. Like, dude, man, go sit down, bro. But hey,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that he
yeah,
wasn't rebounding, but his threes
yeah.
were falling, and him and Colin Chandler play very well together on the floor. I
But
like
you, but
seeing the two of them. I'm
but
not,
if you're a liability, I mean, if you're a liability on defense, which is, I think that and this is just my opinion. I think our offense, while it looks horrible, and of course how we did against Gonzaga or whatever it was against whoever when we shot like 1 out of 13 from threes. I think our shooting will eventually come around. I think we'll start knocking down some shots. But if you're a liability on defense, and if you're giving them 8, 9, 10 offensive rebounds with them having a chance to put back because you don't want to rebound because you this big guy, come on, man. And I thought he
oh,
bucked up in the offseason. So let's go get a rebound, Trent. That's just my
okay.
opinion.
Yeah.
And that I will agree with you on,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it's not all one person either. You
Yeah.
can't put it
Oh,
all
oh,
off on
oh,
him.
oh, absolutely. I won't.
Well,
And believe me, you spoke about Garrison. Oh, I made a video about because I did a short live reaction during the ball game for the time that I could. And if you go back on the channel, I made a 40-second reel of showing exactly when I got excited. And I praised, like set your butt down. You don't need to play no more tonight. You gonna do it. You talking about
well,
see how angry I am? I
I
get
mean,
emotional
I,
because I'm an emotional brother.
Well, I also still think Mo should be starting over Noah. I mean, when Mo gets back
oh,
in the lineup, it'll
Oh
be
yeah,
a
yeah,
total,
yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
for the way he played, I mean, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
last night, yes, he wasn't rebounding, but did he play better than Garrison? Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, but
absolutely.
I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
anybody
yeah.
on the court was playing better than Garrison last
I
night.
know.
Yeah.
That's
But
why
yeah,
he
but
said.
yeah,
Well, here's
I
the
mean,
thing
well,
though.
yeah, there's some. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Jimmy. No,
No,
Jimmy, go ahead. It's you.
no, I
It's
mean,
you.
Cam Williams didn't come in until late in the second half. Neither did Jalen Lowe, but that was because he didn't play good in practice. Now,
Yeah.
Brandon Garrison was playing good in practice. You know what? He had to be set on the bench by the head coach because look, I had two guys sitting on the bench, and you was supposed to be coming in and doing exactly what you was doing in the practices before the game, and now you're not going to do it. I don't need you set on the end of the bench. No,
Exactly.
and then Cam Williams just came in. He played okay. Trent Noah, I know he don't need to be a starter. I love
No.
him to death. But he is a liability on defense. He can hit threes, and he's going to make good plays eventually when he is a third, fourth year player. He's going to be great here in Kentucky. But right now, he's just not a good starting player. But he is going to be a great role player.
Oh yes, and I will totally agree with you on that. But I think last night he showed a little bit more of what he's got in him and a little bit more of what he's made of. He
Yeah.
stepped up. Let me just say this. I guess this is where I'm going with this. Last year, when he was forced to start, and this year starting, such a total difference.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, this year he wasn't ready to be a starter. Last
You
year
mean last year?
last year he wasn't ready to be a starter. This year he wasn't really ready to be a starter either because we had way better players coming in. Then we had injuries. And then, he had to come in and he played as good as minutes he can. Right now, he is a liability on defense, but he's good on the, offensive end when he gets those shots that he should take. And some of them, he passes up a lot of bad shot or good shots to not even take a bad shot. I think he can hit a lot of threes, even over top of a 6'6", 6'7" player. He can hit them threes, but he just don't take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I'm looking at some comments right here, and I want people to understand this is even though I had those strong feelings about Noah in this ball game, that's just because I wanted to see the guys succeed. And a couple of times when they got North, I think it's more about it being North Carolina Central, and you won't block out and you won't get a rebound over these guys, and then you want us to believe that you're ready to go rebound against a St. John's or Indiana. So it's that game is gone. I hope that the next ball game, I hope these guys I wonder when they look at film, do they actually look at the film and says, I should have got a rebound right there. I should have blocked out. I should have went a little harder at this particular point. I hope that I want to believe that these guys look at these films and says, I got to get better in this area. But the only reason that I was so adamant about being so upset with Trent is because one, I want him to be successful because I think we need him down the stretch. But two, it's like if you can't even be aggressive against a North Carolina Central, then how are we as a fan base supposed to look at you and says, he's going to be okay. We play Indiana next. And those guys, we don't have a history with Indiana. Those guys don't care if they beat us or not. Man, what? Dude,
Yeah.
this is a serious situation, and you got to play against the smaller teams the same way that you intend to play against the big fish. And if you can't even do that, then it's like, how am I supposed to believe that when you play Indiana that you're going to block out? So, nothing against Trent. I love the young man. So I'm not going in on. I'm just saying, like, when I see that you won't even put in the effort to block out, and you sitting there, you look in the other guy in the face as he gets an offensive rebound, and it's like, all right, you got offensive rebound. See if you can score again. So that was just one of the situations. But I agree with David Harris as well too. Everyone on the team has some stuff that they need to get better at. I'm just pointing out that one is, but everybody needs to get better. Absolutely. Well, so this is no bashing Trent, okay?
Yeah, no. I mean, like you said, when you watch film after what you have done in a game, and when I play, with the teams I play with, when you watched film and then you saw that you did something bad in film. We used to watch film before we would go into practice that same day. And then if you did the same thing that day that you did right on that film, you didn't play the rest of the practice. You was sitting down and you was running up and down the sidelines while everybody else was practicing. You ran your butt off because you didn't do when you was asked at that film, okay, why did you do this? I should have done better. Well, in practice, and that's the same thing that Mark Pope did last night with Brandon Garrison.
Exactly. So what do y'all think about this? Why they're still holding Braden Hawthorne back? If he's a 2 and done, why worry about a red shirt? Your thoughts?
Brandon,
is it
Braden Hawthorne?
Are they? Is he too small? I mean, I know he's tall, but I mean, isn't he versatile with the ball in his hand? Even you know what I'm saying? Even though Kevin Durant wasn't a big guy. I mean, he still ain't a big guy. So it's kind of like I don't really was it? Let me ask you guys something. Was it because at the beginning of the season we thought we were so deep that maybe we didn't need him, and that was him and Potter, so that was going to fill up. I mean, that was going to crowd everything up even more. But now that we're where we at right now, is it? Well, maybe we might want to take a look at it. We might want to see if there's any way that he can act. Because he's probably sitting on the bench was like, dude, I'm better than this. I'm better. So it's like you redshirting, but how we know even though he's redshirting, how we know he's 100% sure that he's going to come back next year to Kentucky if he don't transfer. He'd be like, look, I'm out of this. I'm out of this mess. I'm just let me finish this red shirt year, and then I'm out of Kentucky. So
exactly.
So we'll never get a chance to really see who he really is unless he comes to Rupp Arena or we go to his house and he transfers and he puts up 30 on us. Then we're going to be like, Coach Pope, what are you doing? So, yeah.
I think he needs to put on some weight. I think he is a project. I think that would be the only reason I would see him not playing.
Everybody's a project. Everyone's a project on this team, looks like.
Right now,
I love my cats, but it is what it is.
Yeah, he's like, 200, 10, 15 pounds right now. He needs to get a little bit weight, but I mean, I believe he's going to be a great player. If he does stay around next year, I believe next year he's going to be a great aspect for this team. They said he's like a Tayshaun Prince type player. I don't know why. Just give him a little bit of minutes this year.
Tayshaun had a little more weight on him.
I know Reese Potter, he's going to redshirt no matter what. He's a Kentucky boy. He's not leaving. Yeah. But, with Braden Hawthorne, I would maybe give him about 5 minutes a game and just say, hey, you're a freshman coming into college basketball. Let's let you play a little bit.
Who was that? Jamie?
Somebody said he would get pushed around like a shopping cart if he was out there.
Well, I mean,
guess what? Hey,
everybody on our team's getting pushed around down low.
Pushed around on the team.
I mean, until we got JQ, Malachi Moreno, Brandon Garrison, they're getting pushed around.
Yeah. I do want to clarify. Hawthorne is not officially redshirted yet.
No,
they just have not played him in case they decide to redshirt him.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one that has clearly redshirted done is Reese Potter. He is the only official redshirt. Hawthorne, they're leaning towards it, but they're saving it just in case.
Well, it's like Peanut said, he ain't no skinnier than Jasper Johnson.
That's true.
No.
And he's 6'10". Yeah. Jasper Johnson's 6'5".
Yeah.
Jasper had a good scoring night last night.
Yes, he did. 17.
No, he had 22.
Or 22. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he had 22 points.
He had a good offensive game last night against North Carolina Central, which is at this particular point with him, he needed a coming out game for scoring because we know he's supposed to be able to score the basketball. I hope that built his confidence enough because let's be real, we're going to need him to score against Indiana and when he's in the ball game when he gets the opportunity. Ortega had 20, I think it was. I think he had 20, 21.
Yeah.
So if those two guys can continue to put up numbers and our supporting cast just does just a little bit to help us. And sorry, my apologies, everyone. Don't forget about Colin. He's got to continue to put up numbers too as well.
Yeah.
But if you have those three scoring, and Jelly had 10 points last night. So this is Noah put out a statement today, or I'm pretty sure you guys seen it, that the team is really into each other, that they're really liking each other. And he didn't want it to be a cliche. If that's true, we definitely want to see this moving forward. I know that these guys, hey man, you got to do a press conference or you got to make a statement. We're gonna steer you in the right way of what to say. Even though there's turmoil, we gotta, we gotta cater this to kind of keep everything down. So I don't know if that's the case or not, but if they are really playing together. Now, I did see when Ortega hit a 3 last night, the first person off the bench to celebrate was Mo D.
Yeah.
For me, that was encouraging. It's kind of like we're not really watching the game for North Carolina as let's just watch the game. We're kind of watching to see body language, trying to see if they really like each other.
Camaraderie.
Exactly. So these are the kind of things against teams like this because we still got a long year, man. And
it's a long year. We still got 4 games left in this off season, and then going into the SEC play. And the first step last night, I think Mark Pope checked checked it off the box, and everybody was saying, what is his approach to change this team? Last night was a big statement of what he did. That was his first big step last night. And, Dan Issel and everybody talking about, championships is not the fuel anymore.
It's not.
Yeah. And Kentucky needs to get back to that. And these players need to get that mindset, and Pope needs to get them into this mindset.
Absolutely. I agree. That is definitely where we need to go at for sure, because it's Kentucky basketball, and whether we know that because of NIL and because of everything that's going on with money and JMI and deals and all of this right here, at the end of the day, as I said in one of my videos, even though that's the new norm, as Kentucky fans, we're never going to settle for just anything. I don't care what the times call for. I know it's about money. I get all of that, but you're never going to take a Wildcat fan and tell a Wildcat fan that it's just, let's just see what we can do for the year. We are always going to be expecting a Final Four. We always going to be expecting a championship. That's just the way that it's been inbred into us. That's in our blood, and that's before I get out of here, that's exactly where we are at as fans. And the times have changed, but you'll never be able to change our mindset when it comes to what we will and what we won't accept on the court.
Look, I've got 53 years invested in this. 53 years invested in Kentucky Wildcats basketball. And you do not change when you're used to a certain standard. That does not change. It's ingrained in me. I don't care how much brainwashing, psychology, hypnosis you want to put me through. It's never going to change.
No, it's never going to change.
Just the way it is.
And we got to understand that as well, too. So,
and guys, don't forget Saturday, we will also have a pregame. Tomorrow night is Mike's call-in show at 6, Mike, 6 Eastern?
7
Eastern. I'm sorry, 7 Eastern.
Yeah.
Then we've got our show an hour before the game. 6:30, I think, is the game's at 7:30.
7:30 the game, so we'll do a 6:30.
Okay, that sounds good. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, hey guys, thank you guys for having me on. I hate to jump off here. Y'all keep going for forever how long or whatever y'all want to.
If Mike hangs up on us, y'all just ignore it because he did that once before.
Yes, ma'am. And I've been waiting to redeem myself as well. I just saw the leave button, so I definitely would just leave. But hey, Leah and Jimmy, thank you guys so much for what you guys do on the show on Wednesdays and pregame shows, and thank you guys for covering the on the postgame show last night as well. Everything you guys do, I definitely appreciate it, and you guys are making a difference of growing. Hey guys, we're almost at 4,000 subscribers. We're like 200 and like 200.
We need to get them by. We need to get that by the Indiana game.
Can we? That would be good. My goal was to have 4,000 by December the 31st. So if you guys got any family or friends that don't, I mean, if you guys want to make it between now and Indiana, I'm okay with that too. But
that's my birthday, y'all. Let's hit 4,000.
Let's do it, guys. So Jimmy and Leah, thank you guys so much for having me on tonight with you on your show. I think your dog is behind you and says, please show me some attention, Mom. He's waking up.
Mama,
he said, this is some bull crap, guys. It is. But thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
And go Cats. And let's get Stokes, man. Though he better not go to Vandy.
He ain't going to Vandy,
bro. He go to Vandy. I'm going to blow a gasket.
Vandy Chris.
Yeah. Don't even say Vandy Chris right now. Hey, that's a jinx. Don't say Vandy Chris. Don't say nothing.
He's on here though. Vandy Chris, we love you, but we want Stokes.
Yeah, we want Stokes. I appreciate it, guys. You guys have a good evening. Okay.
Thanks, Big Mike.
All right, guys. All right, thank you. Go Cats,
See
guys.
you, Big Mike.
Go Cats.
Okay.
And he didn't hang up on us. Yay.
No, he didn't hang it up. Yeah. No, but that's
JJ. I got some. It's in the refrigerator. I got some today at the grocery, so I will be drinking L8 on the pregame show. I guarantee you that, my L8 friend.
Peanut said the heck. I ain't gonna say what he said. I'm just saying the heck with Stokes. That could be. I don't know. The thing is with Stokes recruitment, it's going so crazy. It seems like everything comes up. This Vandy thing, the Kentucky thing, it said he was going to announce on his birthday. Then it said he was going to become a Kentucky Wildcat around Big Blue Madness. And then November, then December. I still think he is possibly going to be a Wildcat. But I'm getting to the point where I don't even care. Are you getting to the point, Miss Lee, like I am, that I don't even care? And I'm getting, even with like John Wall's recruitment, it took all the way up until June, but you never heard anything like this. It was just silent. Everybody knew he was coming to Kentucky.
Dude, everybody's doing this, and they're doing it to try to get more money. Like they drag it out, hoping that it's a bidding war, and everybody just gives them more money, and that's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think Kentucky's got the most money for Stokes right now, and I think he knows it. And maybe that's part of that JMI NIL deal and everything that's going on with him and, with Christian Collins. We could end up with all three of them, along with,
Yeah.
Caleb Holt. We could end up with
Or-
three of them.
Or we could end up with none of them.
We could end up with none of them and hit the transfer portal. So, I mean, that's a different thing the transfer portal, it don't start up until like April. So we really are not in a bad situation. But Stokes low, UK taking a while to get to jail, and he said Stokes, he's not playing for Kentucky, but low, us gelling right now. Preseason takes are spot on, yeah, but this team is going to gel. This team's going to get a lot better when we get JQ back. This team's going to change. Miss Lee, I believe you believe that. I believe that. I believe there's a lot of people that wants to believe that, but it's going to be a different team when we have JQ on this floor.
It is, and Kentucky wins, you lose says I think our future is the transfer portal with Pope, and it could very well be.
Could be.
So,
I mean, a lot of teams is good this year. You look at Arizona. You look at Michigan. They transferred portal their butts to death, and they're probably the two best basketball teams in the nation right now.
Yeah.
Arizona and Michigan.
I'm going to agree with JJ before Mark Pope takes on coaching Tyrann Stokes, because Tyrann Stokes has has seemed to, I'm not talking bad about him, but from previous, it seems like he's got a little bit of an attitude.
Yeah.
And with what happened at his school, all that stuff, and then changing high schools, he seems like he's a little,
dramatized.
So, but I'm not talking bad about nobody. Just going from what we've seen and what we know, I think Pope does need to get a handle on the attitudes on this team and get them gelling before he goes to take on.
Before he worries about somebody else later on down the road. Yeah, exactly. Me. Yeah.
Well, we've been on here for almost an hour.
Yeah, it's 47 minutes. Yeah, it's 47 minutes. But we're having fun, and I know everybody loves the Wednesday night show. We had a game last night. We're going to have a pregame show at 6:30 on Saturday night against Indiana. I'm not going to do any predictions. I ain't going to do anything because I want to see what's going to happen with our prediction of our starters, who's going to be playing. That'll happen on Saturday. There'll be a lot of basketball games on Saturday. Football is over. Right now, we don't have to worry about no football games, college on Saturdays. It's all going to be college basketball games now.
Hope is sexier when he cops an attitude.
I hope his wife, Leanne
thought so too.
I hope she thinks he looks like that too. Yeah, I hope she tells him, you need to cop an attitude and do that every game, because when you come home, you might look a little bit.
You kind of smexy when you do that. Smart and sexy. You kind of smexy.
Right. Even his daughters be like, I wish you would crack down on me, and maybe during when he was raising them.
He just really, he's got a good kid, so he's got a good family.
Yeah, he's got a great family. I ain't talking about nothing. It's just fun to talk about when you see Mark Pope now is being called out because he actually went to that situation and said, okay, it's time for me to do it. And I hated it that was Brandon Garrison. A lot of people love him. I love him to death. But when you need it, you need it.
Yeah. And that's a fact. And last night, I think, because he made us the promise after the Gonzaga game that we would see more emotion, we would see more fight, we would see more effort. He promised us that. And when that wasn't happening, he made a statement. He made an example. He showed the Big Blue Nation he's not going to put up with it anymore. He showed the team he's not going to put up with it anymore. And I think this is maybe a turning point for us for the season.
Well, it's like a question me and you talked about last night. And I think Mark Pope answered this. And it says, is Kentucky players just going through the motions without a purpose?
I think they were, but I think now that's
Yeah, I think that's squashed now because Brandon Garrison, he had to be the person that Mark Pope
Yeah.
actually did this to. You know, and then I think all the players just followed suit and said, "Hey, it might be me next.
Right.
We need to step our game up."
Yeah, exactly. And when JQ gets back, Pete says, wait till JQ gets back. The nightmare is starting. When JQ gets back, we will be a nightmare for other teams, I
Oh
believe.
yeah. Well, down low, and you have him and Malachi Moreno together playing on the same court, or him and Jelly, or him and Mo D.
Or him and Colin and Noah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I was just talking about the big, the bigger men.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with Mo D and Jelly and JQ, along with Malachi Moreno. That's a
Oh, yeah.
four-team tandem right there that you can play all them together right down low.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Um, you know, BG was doing decent
Yeah,
in the
but there was
game,
like, yeah,
but there was more than one play. That was the worst of what we saw. But there were a couple plays where he was really slow going back, like he had no, there was no
it wasn't
gas
no
in his
giddy
tank.
up. It wasn't no giddy up. It was like, okay, I'll just get down there when I can get down there because if I don't get down there, somebody else will try to help me out. Well, you
Right.
ain't got to help. Nobody needs to help you out. You got to help yourself out, and
But
that's what you ought to be doing.
he did have some good plays. I'm not saying he didn't, but when you start playing like that and, two or three plays in a row and you cost us a possession and points, that's unacceptable.
Well, when you do it more than just one game, you're doing it 2, 3, 4 games in a row, and it's just a continuous thing that happens, and it only happens maybe one or two plays through the whole game. But when you do it 3 or 4 games in a row and you're not trying to improve on it, that's when Mark Pope, I think, got upset last night. And I think and we talked about it earlier with Big Mike. You're watching films every day on every game that we play. He is seeing this over and over, and it's a recurring event.
Exactly. If you're not doing anything to change it and it's been something that you've seen for 5 or 6 games straight,
Yeah.
you've got to do something to change it. If
Yeah.
you allow it to happen game after game after game, he's going to get complacent. He's going to get into that mode, and that's all it's going to be. I do believe that it was he's just sick and tired of it. And finally, had to do something because the Big Blue Nation's watching and he knows what this means. He even
Yeah.
said he was upset with the coach. So, we got half the team that plays well half the game, and then the other team it kind of, I don't know. BG, I don't think he was an easy target. I
No.
think it's just a culmination of Pope letting it slide game after game after game.
Oh no, it
And
wasn't.
and Pope finally put his foot down and said, I've got to start making changes. And he wasn't targeted because Jalen Lowe and Cam Williams sat because they were not putting in effort in practice.
I mean, this ain't in high school. This ain't grade school. This ain't middle school. This ain't first through fourth grade. This ain't bullying. This is you've got a job to do. You're getting paid millions of dollars right now. I don't know how much he's getting paid, but I would say it's $1 million at least. You got what you are supposed to do on this court. I cannot keep playing you when you're lackadaisical, and for the last 4 games, you have been told, okay, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you did wrong last game, the last game before that, the last game before that. And then I finally put up with it enough. And then I'm going to set you down. And I don't want people to say I'm thinking he didn't get bullied. He didn't get bullied. He just got set on the bench where he needs to be.
Yeah, like I said, he benched Lowe and Cam for the
Yeah,
first half.
I mean he's done it.
Just
He did it to them. So it's not like he got picked out of a lineup and got bullied. Cam and Lowe got bullied too.
Yeah, so I mean it's not bullying, it's holding them accountable.
No, yeah, it's
they have not been held accountable at all, which has been lack of effort. So start holding them accountable. Keep your promise to us that we're going to see more effort.
Yeah. Oh, I think Brandon Garrison's going to bring it. I don't
I
think
think
he's
so
going.
too.
He's not going to quit on this team.
I think he's going to come out and we'll see a different BG. I think we'll see somebody more focused. I think we'll see somebody with more hustle. And if that's what we get out of him, then I'm glad he got sat down.
Only thing I want out of him is hustle, play defense, get a couple blocks, rebound his butt off. Because
Yes.
when JQ is in the game along with him and Malachi Moreno, he's going to get every rebound because everybody's going to be so scared of JQ. They're going to be trying to pound on him. He's going to get those easy rebounds along with
Yeah.
Malachi Moreno.
Yeah. It's going to happen. Like,
Because I'm not giving up on JQ, or Brandon Garrison.
Me neither.
But because when he is in the game, he in long spurts, he has lapses. But when he has other players that's playing good around him, you never hear anything negative about him. He is a good player.
He just needs to stay focused. I think there's something that's taking his focus away.
Yeah. I mean, Mo D, Peanut, Mo D, the games before he got hurt, he wasn't really playing real great. But, I don't think he was in a situation. It was the situations he's been put in. And then we didn't have a real good center, no inside presence. He was trying to get adjusted to that. At Florida, at Alabama, he didn't have to worry about that. He had great inside presence. At Kentucky, he thought we was going to have JQ, and then we didn't. Brandon Garrison, Malachi Moreno, they're just average good players right now. Mo Diabate was used to playing with real good players, and it's taking him a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think anybody's being singled out. I think they're just being held accountable.
Yeah.
Which is something that has not happened.
That's what everybody has in their job. You're getting paid. You got to be accountable. You just can't, come out there and play half a game and, seeing, what's going on with this team and saying, okay, well, I'll just play, 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah, you can't treat them like a little kid too, like a spoiled brat, and say, well, you did something wrong. I'm just going to sit you in timeout for 1 minute and then let you go back in. You didn't learn a lesson.
No.
But you sit the rest of the game, you've learned a lesson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And hopefully. I like that. I like that about this basketball team. If Pope's going to put his foot down and say, this is what we need to do, I love that. And when I was a basketball player, I liked that because I wanted everybody to be accountable. I didn't want one player to be lackadaisical and then the coach say, okay, it's okay for him, but it ain't okay for the other two players that I like playing with. And then us three together are trying to take up for what that one player is not bringing to the game, the whole effort and everything for the full 40 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, Peanut, Aberdeen, I haven't seen that he has passed up making passes to open shooters.
You also have to look at past play. Aberdeen's done better in the last few games. Garrison's not really done so much. Yeah. So it's a recurring thing. With Aberdeen, it's not a recurring thing every single game.
No,
with Brandon Garrison, it has looked like he's just not been. I don't know. I mean, he's playing point. That's all we got.
Yeah, and Peanut, I know Malachi. Yeah, that 6 foot guy. How do you let somebody get underneath of you and make a wide up layup? He's a freshman. I know that Brandon Garrison's a junior.
Yeah, you don't expect freshman mistakes out of a junior.
It's freshman mistakes that Garrison is making, but Malachi's making them too, but he's just a freshman.
But we can sit here and go back and forth about how about this one, how about that one.
Yeah.
But those are not even issues because we saw what happened last night. That's the way it was. And next game,
I love next game. I cannot wait for the Indiana game. This has been a long time since we played Indiana. Last time I
Yeah.
remember playing Indiana was the NCAA tournament in 2012 when we won the national championship.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a great game at Rupp Arena Friday night at 7:30. Everybody, I hope you're here for the 6:30 show. We're going to be here. Miss Lee is going to be here. Oh man, we're going to be hyped. We're going to be happy because I love them Saturday night basketball games. We have not had one this year, and we've had like some Saturday games and stuff like our Friday night games, but this is the
Yeah.
first real Saturday night game at 7:30 that I actually get hyped. I love it.
I'm excited for it. Back to this game being on our schedule. Let's bring it back. Let's start it off right with a win
A
at
win.
Rupp. It's my birthday on Saturday, so I want this for my birthday. But I don't know. It's going to be great. We look forward to the pregame. Don't forget, Mike has a call-in show tomorrow night at
Tomorrow.
7 o'clock Eastern.
Mhm.
So you can call in and talk to Mike and give your views on that. And what else you got, Jimmy? Anything?
Hey, I just like everybody that's on here tonight, loyal BBN fans. So, hey, I'm gonna do something, and maybe I shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna tell sleepers if they're watching, car, uh, the one guy that Michigan State fan. If you think I'm trolling you, I'm not trolling you. Hey, I like everything you all do, and it just saying Jimmy Jam all the time on your show, that's just making our show look a little bit better.
All right, then. Well, with that being said, we love you guys. We're grateful for.
Carter's his name. So Carter, I
Okay.
apologize. I apologize, Carter. You're. I like your show. I don't agree with everything, but you all have a good show. Sleepers, that's okay. But if you tune in to the Loyal BBN fan show as much as y'all think y'all do, then hey, thanks for being on here and watching us.
Yeah. And thank you, everyone that's here tonight that tuned in live. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Share it with your friends. We'd like to get to 4,000 subscribers by the Indiana game, or at least by New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
So just please pass this around to your friends and family, even your enemies. We don't care. Send it to everybody you know. Share us in your groups that you happen to be in. We are grateful for each and every one of you. We look forward to this every single time we have a show.
Color creators.
Color creators, thank you to color creators. Let them touch the paint if you don't want to. They don't mind. Message or call color creators 859-270-9488 for any and all of your painting, staining, or pressure washing needs. Let them take the pain out of painting. And with that being said, everyone have a great night. We'll see you back here on Saturday.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.